Hi, in today's video, I have two awesome, amazing, so exciting, two success stories. And I cannot wait to share them with you. But before I do, let's talk about how you can connect with us. If you're local, call us at 618-288-1489. If you're not local, that's okay. You can still reach out to us. We still can help you. You can go to our website at visionforlifeworks.com and you can do several things. Take a quiz. You can certainly read some of the information on that website, but you can also schedule a consultation to find out how we might be able to help you. Okay, now back to my two success stories. These literally are just so amazing. I'm overjoyed with these two. These two actually came in within a very short time from one another, and they happen to be one particular therapist in our office that has both of these patients. So she was just over the moon excited too. And I have to say that amongst all of us ladies who work in this office, there were definitely some tears of joy that were shed over these two stories. So let's start with the gentleman who has been working with us for about 11 months. Now, I've got some notes here to help me with this that his therapist prepared, but I want to kind of tell you. So initially, on the very first session that she had with him, he could not see her at all. He didn't know what she looked like. At that time, he could only see outlines of people, doorways, big objects, could sometimes see shadows and sometimes colors for small periods of time. But he also noticed what he described as brownouts, where his entire vision would just go brown and he couldn't see. Even the little that he had seen was gone with this brown out that he described. And those would last for very long periods of time for him. But just a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks back, for the very first time after 11 months in our program, he saw his therapist online for the very first time. Now, if that doesn't make you just want to jump for joy, I really don't know what does. Now he can read letters on a deck of cards, titles on the TV. He can identify details of small objects, and he hasn't had a brown out of his vision for 2 to 3 months. Seriously, guys, this makes me cry every time. Okay, so if that one isn't amazing, then here's another one. This equally is amazing. This gentleman has been working with us for 6 months. And a similar story. Both of these men had a stroke and lost their vision. And they came to us saying, what can we do to possibly help? Is there any way that you can help us to be able to restore your vision? And so this second gentleman has been working with us for 6 months, and this is what his therapist has to say about him. He wasn't able to see anything other than just outlines and shapes of things or maybe shadows. He could identify colors approximately 10% of the time, and for very short periods of time, only 10 seconds, he would be able to see little glimmers of information. Now, just a couple weeks ago, it's super exciting, but every single week, something just drastic and dramatic has been changing with him. And now he can identify colors 75% of the time. He is able to identify things in the room. And in fact, one night in the middle of the night, he woke up, and I guess he had to use the restroom or something, but he woke up and he just was screaming in panic because he didn't know where he was. He actually could see his room for the first time in a long time. His daughter says that he's seen better and better every single day. He can identify more and more details, and he's able to see things like decks of cards. They even have him doing things like writing. So his daughter's printing out sheets where we'll have rather large letters. And so maybe like 1 or 2 letters to start off a word, say CA. And so it might say CA, and then he could put whatever letters after that to make a word, and he might write T for cat, or he might put CAP for cap. And so he's starting to do all kinds of things, and he's able to see the grandkids and many things like that. So again, both of these stories are just so amazing. They're both successful in each of their own rights, but together collectively they're extremely powerful, particularly when we think about someone who we've been working with for 11 months. So our programs are going to generally range from 10 to about 13 or maybe 14, 15, 16 months long, just depending on the level of vision that we have for someone incoming. But in these two gentlemen's cases, both of these are about 13-month long programs. So to think that we kind of took until about 11 months into that 13-month program or so before we were actually seeing these types of changes, you know, it's a testament to those who don't give up and who are constantly looking for answers to try to improve their vision. So they're not only doing Syntonics and the specific neurological light stimulating filters that I have, you know, developed a protocol for helping these types of patients to recover their vision, but they're also doing vision therapy. Okay, so it's the two of these things combined together that is really making for a successful outcome. In addition, mindset of the people around them and surrounding them, their lives, and their mindset, just never giving up. I'll never ever forget the last time that I spoke with a gentleman who's 11 months into his program. He came into the office and he cried and he just said he wanted to see again. And of course, I probably patted him, maybe gave him a hug and said, I want you to see again too. Here I am crying because of his success. It's beautiful. And if you have lost your vision, or maybe a loved one has, I'd love to be able to cry over yours or their success too. So give us a call if you're local, 618-288-1489. Or you can go to our website at visionforlifeworks.com and you can schedule a consultation with us. Now, as always, I'd say if you haven't done so, make sure you hit the like button on this video, subscribe to our channel, and if it would be beneficial to someone, please pass this video on, even though kind of tearing up and a little bit gooky here on this video.